Hello everyone, Spidey Fist here, and today I'm going to be doing a review on Nickelodeon Kart Racers 2 for the Nintendo Switch. And honestly, this game has surprised me a lot. Like, I actually enjoy it way more than I thought I would. The graphics look better, the handling is better, the stage design is better, but let's get right into the review. Okay, so starting off, what I want to talk about is what I didn't like about the first Nickelodeon Kart Racers, because I picked it up, I played it, and I maybe only played a couple hours of it, ran through all the tracks, played as a couple of the characters, mainly the TMNT characters. And I mean, it just didn't really do anything that grabbed me. You know, I really liked the Crash Team Racing game. Back in the day, the Diddy Kong Racing was awesome. And of course, Mario Kart is gonna always be the game that we compare any kart racer or any like character racer game to, such as like the Sonic Team Racing and stuff like that. We're always gonna compare those to Mario Kart, right? They do have the drifting to boost and stuff like that. Very similar to where the longer you hold the drift, the bigger the boost and things like that. But they have something that I think is pretty cool, and that's like these pit racers, or sorry, the pit crew for your racers, then like your crew chief and stuff like that. And they've put it into this game where you can unlock more and more of the pit crew and more of the crew chiefs. However, aside from that, it's just Mario Kart with Nickelodeon characters, and they do a good job. The first one I didn't really like that much. The first Kart Racers, it was. I don't know, it was just kind of all over the place. I really did not like the stage design. I didn't like that there was like just slime everywhere. And I almost felt like as I was looking at the game, like I felt like the whole color palette was just washed in green. And I don't know, it made it feel like the game like lacked any kind of depth. But with this, they've cleared up a lot of that. You know, there's less slime on the level. Slime does different stuff. You pick up your slime coins, and the more slime coins you get, the faster you go. As well as picking up slime is going to charge up your chief ability, which I think is super cool because there's so many different chief abilities, right? So I really do love the crew and chief gameplay of it, I guess, or function, whatever you would call it, element, I don't know. So I think that works really cool because as you run through and you have more of a reason to try to get some of that slime. They have like these little slime jets that like shoot over your car as you drive through them. You can pick up the slime coins, you can drive through little areas of slime, and then you slowly build that back up, and you can use that power whenever you want to. So it's very similar to in the first game where you just like slowly built up that slime until you were ready to use your boost. Then you could use your boost and then start building up again, use the boost. But in this, the crew chief abilities, they kind of differ all over the place. Like sometimes you're yeeting like these mud balls at people, and then other times, my favorite is the slap shot. So you get slap shotted, and it's like this big boost that sends you shooting towards the front of the race. Then you have like your crew abilities where something happens and it triggers something else, right? Like one of them, if you pick up one of the weapon boxes, you will drop a gnome, which is essentially a banana, right? So you drop your banana behind you. One of them, I think, is if you pick up a box, you also, after using your ability, you get one of the beach balls, and the beach balls are basically like your green shells. And then the one that I like to use, I think it's Grandpa Joe, I think is his name. He's from Hey Arnold. And whenever you pick it up, you actually use your item, and then it rewards you with like a little the fizzy pop drink, whatever it is, and that's basically like a mushroom. So you get to use your items, then you get a boost on top of it, and then you're activating your crew chief ability, and you're getting another boost, and it's great. Another one that I like to use is if you get hit with an item, and this is great for playing against the CPU because whenever you're playing against the computer, you're usually going to be at the front of the map, right? So you're going to be getting hit with all kinds of stuff. Well, there is one character that whenever you're hit, as soon as you recover, you get a boost. So you get to get going again, and it's not like you lose that much progress. But they do have to recharge, and the Grandpa Joe one, I think, takes like really long. And then that other guy, I don't remember his name, but whenever you use him, he charges a little bit faster. So usually it's right around the time that like the Jellyfish King from SpongeBob, he's basically like your blue shell. By the time somebody has that and they send him up there to hit you, he's usually charged, so you get hit by that, then you get to go again. And they do have a really big roster of characters, and I'll talk about that next. They have like people from SpongeBob, Invader Zim, the Ninja Turtles, of course, right? I love Ninja Turtles. They have Hey Arnold. They've got Rugrats. You can actually race as like Reptar. So my son Timothy is just crazy about racing as Reptar. He loves Reptar. Thinks he's super cool. He keeps calling him Godzilla, which I mean, I mean, basically. So he loves it. I mean, there's so many great characters. They brought in a whole bunch of new ones. I love that they added Danny Phantom and the Avatar, and it's great. It's great. I love the roster of characters. The tracks are also pretty diverse too. There's a lot of different tracks. So playing on the different tracks, going through the different cups and stuff like that is actually pretty enjoyable because they do differ at time to times. Like whenever you're racing across the rooftops of New York, like if you fall offside the map, you fall offside the map. So you got to race that a little bit more carefully, you know. And then there's other areas that are like basically like your rainbow roads and stuff like that. They do have one that I was like, wow, this is, I mean, pretty close to the Mario Kart level where you're racing through all of like the little orchestra area, except this time it's like racing through a kid's room or something, right? So there are tons of similarities to draw between Mario Kart and the Nickelodeon kart racers, but I think that's a good thing. Like I said, Mario Kart is the best kart racing game that exists, so having this game that's a lot like it, I mean, I think that's a pretty good thing, and it is a lot of fun. I really do enjoy it. And then lastly, I guess I'll just talk about like the game modes, because there are a couple different ones this time. You do have like a little versus game mode. You're gonna have your regular cup thing, but then you also have these challenge modes. And in the challenge modes, which I probably spent the most time in and had the most fun in, sorry, in those you get to race through. And you don't have to beat all of them to unlock like the boss at the end, but you beat a couple of them, unlock the boss, beat the boss is now a racer, and then you're also going to use that to get like your customization stuff for your kart, and there's a fair amount of the customization stuff. But racing through the challenges, sometimes you're just hitting targets, sometimes you're trying to drive faster than everybody, you know, catch up to the front of the line and just pass everybody before the time limit runs out. Sometimes it's just a race, but there's so much to do that it's crazy fun. Super fun. I still haven't unlocked the last character yet. I'm super excited to get him. Michelangelo, of course, is the one that I'm racing as the most because I love Mikey, but I have tried out all of the other characters. And the cool thing about the challenge mode is that you're going to go through and you're going to have to race as these different racers in order to finish the challenge mode, unlock new chiefs and stuff like that, as well as unlock those new racers. So I think the challenge mode is a very cool thing. It's not quite as good as like the Crash Team Racing story mode where you get to drive around that big map, go through, race all the little races and stuff like that, do the challenges that way. But it is, I mean, it's good. An attempt was made. I will now talk about like the negatives. And to me, the biggest negative in the game is no voice acting. Okay? None of the characters make noise. It makes the sound feel so empty. So what I usually do is I put music on, and then I just mute the TV whenever I'm playing it, or I just turn my switch down whenever I'm playing it and watch TV, because there is no voice acting. You don't have the TMNT characters saying cowabunga. You don't have SpongeBob laughing and saying that he's ready. You don't have any of that stuff, and I think that that is what this game needs to totally elevate it to another level, especially because there's so many great voice actors out there, and Nickelodeon has all of these franchises and stuff that they brought in. I just really wish that they would have brought in and done some kind of voice acting for it. The graphics do look really good. However, there are times where the frame rate drops a significant amount. Enough complaining. Let's end the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please like and subscribe. Make sure to ring that notification bell. And if you are a Kart Racer fan, a Ninja Turtles fan, a Nickelodeon fan, an Avatar fan, whatever, I do suggest picking up this game because it is a whole lot of fun. But that's it for the video. I'm Spidey Fist, and I'm out of here.